afternoon, guys. This is just a short video regarding potassium permanganate. Now, I don't know a lot about potassium permanganate, and I don't instruct people on what dosages to use. I've noticed there's a couple of videos going around the last couple of days where there's been some fatalities on fish through potassium permanganate. Now, this treatment's a very, very dangerous treatment if you don't know what you're doing, and taking guidance from somebody else is not a wise thing unless they've been using it for some time and they're really experienced in using it. But that said, the norm is you go by the packet. Now, some people use Kasuri and some people use NT Labs. I use both. Now, if I'm dosing the pond, I use the Kasuri powdered version, and the dosage on the bag or the packet is use, I don't know whether it'll focus, sorry, use 6.8 grams per 4,546 litres or 1,000 gallons of pond water. Do not overdose. Now, I know a lot of people do increase the dosage on this, me being one of them, and I'll never tell anybody what dosage I use. The reason being, I use the Ort meter. So when I'm PPing the pond, I'll get the Ort meter and I'll keep that between the set ranges to kill parasites, or whether it's just to condition the pond. These are a brilliant bit of kit. This one's the Ort 200, and this was advised to me before to do it this way, and that's the way I've done it on treating the pond. Now, obviously, if you're PPing fish as a PP dip, which I always do, but I've never and will never confirm what dosages I use. But that said, again, the PP I use for doing PP dips, because if you read on this packet, I can't find anywhere that tells you what dosage to use for a PP dip, or even if it can be used for a PP dip, because the powdered version is a lot stronger than the watered down liquid version. Whereas on the NT Labs one, this is the one I use for doing a PP dip. Now, on there it clearly states that you can use this for a PP dip, and the dip treatment is 10 milligrams per 8 gallon or 36 litres. And basically that's the one I always use for dips. I don't use the powdered version. I only use the powdered version for dosing the whole pond. And as I say, I always use the Ort meter. That's the best and safest way to do it. And as long as you keep him within the parameters, you shouldn't have issues. Obviously, there's a lot of people now that are going above and beyond and really lamping this stuff in the ponds, taking it to the extreme. I wouldn't advise that at all. Always go on what the packet tells you, unless you're really experienced. Obviously, even when you're really experienced, people still get it wrong. But as I say, there's a couple of videos going around. A poor lady wasn't really clued up on what to do with potassium permanganate, and unfortunately she's lost her entire pond, which is very heartbreaking. and she had quite a lot of valuable fish. As you know, a fish that I gave away for charity, that was subject to a PP dip, which went drastically wrong. And for the record, I didn't advise Davey Boy what dosage to use. I didn't even mention PP. It's just something Dave thought he would try. Where he got his dosage rates from, I don't know. There's only Dave that can answer that one, in all fairness. And perhaps it would be good if he did, and he might do, I don't know. He may come out on one of his videos and say what dosage he did that basically killed the fish. I know it was a strong dosage, but as I say, that's up to Davey Boy. He may just want to forget about the whole trauma, because I know it did upset him, because he doesn't quite, I know he takes everything to the limits, but on this occasion it was just, well, I don't know what it was, to be fair. But that said, guys, just be aware that PP is very, very dangerous. If you don't know what you're doing with it, don't do it, because it's clearly, well, it's clear that it does do harm to your fish. And as I say, I think it's Koi Services, nice gentleman who's been putting some videos out of late, who's been in the game for many, many years. One of his customers, as I say, has killed the whole of the pond, unintentionally obviously, but it's very upsetting for him and for the customer. Learn by people's mistakes. I'm just glad this isn't one of my disasters. As you know, I did put a disaster out the other week where I had inadvertently caused an issue on my pond by using 2 different treatments close together. But yeah, I've learnt from that, and I'm hoping a good many other people will learn from it. And the same on this one. Learn from Koi Services video, where this lady didn't know really what she was doing and has obviously wiped the whole of the pond out. Learn from Davey Boy, Black Country Dave. If you haven't checked his channel out, which there can't be anybody that hasn't checked his channel out, to be fair, jump across to him and just have a look at the devastation he went through with the Shiro at Suri. And just take it on board, guys. If you don't know what you're doing, stick to the recommended dosage. Yes, it is known that these dosages are not very strong, but these people need to cover themselves because of obviously fatalities. And it does state on the back, overdosing. On this one, for example, do not overdose. Overdosing can cause fish fatalities. On the powder, I can't see where it says anything about PP dips, whereas on the NT Labs it does give you a dosage for the PP dip. So if it is something you want to start doing and you want to use the correct dosages, go for the NT Labs one. It's a liquid version, it's not as harsh as the powdered version, and it gives you the dosage for a PP dip treatment, whereas the Kasuri one doesn't. If it's not giving you the dosage for a PP dip, that's got to be telling you something, and that something is, don't do a PP dip with it. I may be wrong on all this, guys, I may be right, I don't know, but just be careful out there. it's not nice to see people having fatalities with fish because of these kind of chemicals. As I say guys, this is just a short video, and I just wanted to get it out there as well, that the dosage that Dave Black Country Boy, Dave Black Country Bloke, I just wanted to get it out there that I didn't instruct him to do the PP dip, or what levels of PP dip to put in the bowl. That said guys, I'm going to leave it at that. And just enjoy your evening guys. I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching guys, and thanks for the new subs, I really appreciate it. All the best guys.